no one looks quite like you. You stick out like a sore thumb, and no one wears those same shoes. But you just don't care what all the other girls might think. When you're out just having fun, you don't care if all the guys look. When you're dancing in the middle of the room, I really feel like walking up to you. I just don't know what I'd say. Baby, I don't know your name yet. I'm really hoping you'll stay. There's no one else like you in this town. You're the only one. So I think you might be the one, baby. I think you might be the one. And I can tell that you're new. I never seen you around before, and now I see you everywhere. All the same places I tend to go, and when I arrive you leave. We always miss each other, maybe one day we'll meet. I'll ask you where you're from, baby. I really feel like walking up to you. I just don't know what I'd say. Baby, I don't know your name yet. I'm really hoping you'll stay. There's no one else like you in this town. You're the only one. So I think you might be the one.
Harrison.
Yeah.
All right, right off the bat, I got a gift for you, man. This is for you. That's from IBREATHEMUSIC.
Wow. This is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'm very scared. Do you want me to tell them what this is?
Yeah.
This is green body paint right here. This is exciting because I painted myself green for a whole album, and there was a few months where I was green last year. Yeah.
And you might even green like right now, even.
Huh? There was a time in my life where I really felt green, and I'm so grateful for that time, but that time has passed.
You're not green anymore?
And I will keep this on my shelf.
Okay.
I'm far from green.
Okay.
I'm much closer to blue nowadays.
Well, hey, the paint is for you. Do with it as you will.
Thank you so
You can make
much.
yourself green. You can make someone else green.
I would love to make someone else green. That sounds amazing.
You have like a track record of hurting yourself a little bit in your videos. Like,
Do I?
Okay, you got your paint roller hits you the side of the face. You got stung on the hand by bees, and you broke your arm.
Yeah.
In the kids' video.
Yes.
Do you have plans to like fuck yourself up even more in future videos?
I don't have plans to fuck myself up in future videos. And also, the kids' video was so incredible. I don't think people understand. We started shooting the music video at 7 in the morning. And on our second take of me riding this bike, I fell, like not even during a take, we had it filmed, but I fell and broke my arm. And I said to my friends, hey guys, I think my arm is broken. And then I just kept riding the bike and we kept shooting. And then I was like, we need like a 10-minute break.
Yeah.
And so we went to CVS, I wrapped my arm up, and then we just kept shooting in Malibu for the next 3 hours. And then at 11 a.m., I drove them all back from Malibu to LA.
With the broken arm.
Yeah, and they were sleeping in the car.
Damn.
Better move fast. Baby, baby, yeah. Hate to wait for you, knowing that you ain't never gonna follow through. I don't wanna know what you're doing when you don't pick up that phone. Can you realize how much I have sacrificed? I don't wanna change no more, baby. Break your heart, baby. think of us growing old together. It's fight or it's flight. I swear you always look for something better. Breaking my baby, breaking my baby, yeah. Breaking my baby. All this time, and all this time has passed, but the memories are still intact. With the single kiss, baby, we could turn this whole thing back. You don't have to lie, hide me from your current guy. I don't wanna change no more, baby. Breaking my baby. And I wonder last night, do you still think of us growing old together? It's fight or it's flight. I swear you always look for something better. Breaking my baby, yeah. Breaking my baby, yeah. Breaking my baby, yeah.
Quick question for you. Can you explain this?
Yeah. Yes, I can explain this. This is me and Lil Uzi Vert
Doing?
eating ice cream.
Yeah.
I love ice cream. And I also refuse to eat it with a napkin. If you'll see here, there is no napkin
No
in this
napkin.
photo.
That's punk.
Unlike Lil Uzi, I refuse to eat ice cream out of a cup. I think that God hates it when you eat ice cream in a cup.
Yeah, so you're dissing Lil Uzi right now. You don't fuck with Lil Uzi because he eats ice cream out of a cup. Can you say that to the camera? Can you say fuck Lil? No, I'm kidding. I saw a video of like Lil Uzi teaching you how to fight.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Have you had to use those skills since?
Oh, I am so bad at fighting. I probably shouldn't say that, but I am the worst.
Dang.
I had
Knew him in
one
that
session
era?
with him.
One session.
I had
with
one
him.
session, and it was the best day of my life. I was
fun.
18, and this manager who liked my first album took me to LA. He managed Fago. So Uzi pulled up to Fago's house to play Pink Tape while he was working on it. And when Uzi got there, he said, "Hey, does anyone have beats?" And there's like platinum producers in the room, okay? Like people who produce like Travis Scott's biggest songs and whatever. And I fucking raised my hand, because I have my laptop, obviously. And I said, I got beats, and I'm just a kid wearing my football pads, and I got the aux. And there's a video of it, and the manager guy looks so like, oh, fuck. But it was amazing. And then they started making a song over my beat, and it was just like being 18 and having that happen is
That's
just
awesome.
Nothing came of it, but it was just such a great universal positive
Yeah,
experience.
I mean, they worked on your beat, they heard your work. That's awesome. Do you have like a first musical memory?
Yeah. So I met Slash at SeaWorld when I was 9.
At SeaWorld?
Yeah.
With the
He was
dolphins?
smoking a cigarette outside of Atlantis. And my mom said, "You see that guy over there? Go tell him he's the best guitar player in the world." And so I went up to him, told him he's the best guitar player in the world. And then my dad showed me all the Guns N' Roses songs, and I became obsessed with guitar. All I wanted to be was Slash until I was probably like 14.
Wow.
That was like my life dream, was to be like the best guitar player in the world.
And then when you were 15, you were in a metal band.
Yeah.
What's like, is that, do you think that experience of kind of meeting Slash, introduction to that rock and roll world, did that like bring you into metal?
100%.
That's
I have
sick.
this problem of going deep. You know what I mean? Big problem of going deep. And what happens is I get into something and I just get further and further and further. So, you know, I start with rock and it just heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier.
What was the name of your band?
Numerology.
Numerology, that's tight. Like,
Yeah.
what was the transition out of making metal music with this band into kind of more of what you're doing now?
So
What was that growth
I
like?
went on this trip to China. On the flight back from China, my friend Michael showed me Yay by Kanye West. And he told me, we were 15, keep in mind, that every single voice was Kanye. So I thought 070 Shake was Kanye. I thought everything was Kanye. So I was blown away. And I had never listened to pop music at all my whole life. And I was like, this is the best thing I've ever heard. Why the fuck am I making metal music? And from that point on, it was just like a switch. And Kanye like changed my life as a human being, right? Like showed me what you can do with music. Like I was an insecure, not a very confident kid. I think I was loud, you know, my whole childhood, but I had long hair and I kind of didn't really talk. I wasn't, you know, and then Kanye was like confidence, 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 confidence. And I hated school and I thought that I wasn't gonna be able to be successful because I didn't study math. And that made me really upset. And then Kanye told me, oh, you don't need to study math. You just need to be fucking dope.
And you met Kanye once, right?
I did meet Kanye, yeah.
How was that?
How'd you know that?
I know shit. You're Harrison Borts, we have to know.
Give me the first chord. Huh? Let's go.
Already done for. Decisions have been made. I cannot control the fate. I go and hit the road and stay in a white line. Play it safe your whole life. Your brother always knows right. What you want from me now? I can never be yours. Where you gonna go now? When you're all alone, babe. I've been distracted, overreacting over my head again. Similar places, brand new faces, guess I'll start again. Learn my lesson, can't have Jenny, can't have her again. Keep on living out the white lines until the end. I swear now, and I can't cut corners, no. I'm too sexy for you, and my mother knows it, baby. Not to notice, maybe, I don't know, yeah. It's already done for. Decisions have been made. I cannot control the fate. Go and hit the road now and stay in the white lines. Yeah, play it safe your whole life. Your brother always knows right. What you want from me now? I can never be yours. Where you gonna go when you're all alone?
Harrison Borg.
Wow.
That's for you.
What is this?
Harrison Borg.
What's the liquid in here?
You gotta drink all of it to find out.
No, come on, I'm not drinking this. Is it lemonade?
Oh wait, you don't know what a Borg is? Oh, maybe my joke didn't land. No, it's cool. It's like, it's water and vodka and lemonade.
Are you kidding me?
It's a whole thing. A Borg is like a thing.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Enjoy that.
I will. I will.
Harrison Borg.
You know, actually,
Borg.
if you didn't know, my name means beard.
Speaking of what you do, you've got an album coming up or a little project coming together,
I do.
right? Yeah.
Yes, I do.
One thing that I saw that I found really interesting is you talked about Prince's self-titled album and aspects of that very specific aspects of that, like leading and being a form of
Mm-hmm.
inspiration as you've been creating recently. Specifically, you talked about the guitar tone on the project, which is beautiful, and you mentioned the kick drum specifically.
It's the best kick drum of all time.
Can you speak more on that kick drum and how that inspired you?
Okay, if you listen to 70s music, you don't hear the kick drum. You maybe feel it like very low, but it's very low in the mix. And you know, you go into rap music, and rap music is like, the kick drums are fucking loud.
Yeah.
Modern music, you can't sell a record if there isn't a loud kick drum. When I heard that 1978 album again, that kick drum is so loud and so piercing. And Prince being an artist who mixes, produces, and plays all the instruments, you listen to that and it's like mind-blowing that he made that creative decision back then. And I think that album is just one of the greatest mixes of all time. And it really, while I was getting on my journey of like learning how to produce pop music, that was really a helpful guide. And also there's no reverb on it. And that changed my life, getting rid of reverb.
Besides the Prince self-titled project, are there any other like albums that you've been listening to recently that have inspired you?
Something Anything by Todd Rundgren.
Okay.
Todd Rundgren is the greatest artist of all time, and no one knows who he is. He is unbelievable. He made this double album in 1973 that he recorded in his house on an 8-track, played every instrument. He was ahead of the curve. He was the first person with one of those weird, funky-looking guitars, and I find it crazy that Prince has never mentioned this guy's name, because Prince must have been the biggest fan of this guy.
Speaking of albums, like you mentioned that you've been let down by pop albums in recent history. Do you have any in specific that you feel like kind of dropped the ball?
I wouldn't want to say anything about like a particular album that let me down.
Diss people, please. That's what we're here for.
No.
Send some shots.
But I'll say I love Sabrina Carpenter.
Harrison, I got one more question for you.
Yeah.
This is the most important question. Why do you breathe music?
Because I think it's the ultimate form of manifestation. Music is the most spiritual thing we have as humans. And every religion prays with music. There's not a single one that doesn't. I think that music is how we learn, it's how we grow. Look, you can look at anyone and based in 5 seconds kind of pick out who their favorite artist is based on their outfit.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking easy. And that says a lot, because music really can dictate how people think, how they feel, and what their next month is gonna look like. The biggest thing that I've realized is the rappers who are talking that shit, you know what happens? They get that shit. When I've said something in a song and really meant it, it happens. And that's what makes songwriting so challenging is, do you really mean what you're saying? And I think that that's the magic. Music is magic. Music is the highest form of magic we have, and it's our highest form of manifestation. And music can bring true change to the world. We always got one of these, huh? Always one.
Tell me that you love me. Tell me that you care. I'm walking around with my head hanging down, cause you're not around. I left my house in those leather shoes that you like. I tried my best to please you, but you never bite. I wanna mean something to you, but you make me feel like a fool. Why? Tell me that you need me. Tell me you'll be there. And you're walking around without a frown. So I wanna know if you think of me when it's late at night. If you wonder what true love feels like. You said I mean something to you, but it doesn't feel like the truth. Tell me that you love me. Yeah, tell me that you care. I'm walking around with my head hanging down, cause you're not around. Yeah.
so glad to meet you today.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Bro,
much.
thank you, man. Thank you for
Fucking
having me.
pleasure.
Absolutely.
No rehearsal.
Great job today.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, drink some vodka with me.
Wait, the board.
The board.
The board.
Yo, paint yourself green right now.